Gentle, dreamy music starts. Have you ever felt like you're living in someone else's story? Like you're just a side character even in your own life? Well, deep in an enchanted forest where the rivers glow with moonlight and the trees whisper ancient secrets, lived a girl named Ilara. But she wasn't just any girl. Ilara was a fairy, with wings spun from starlight and a heart full of untapped magic. The kind of magic that could make flowers bloom in winter and paint rainbows across a starless sky. But here's the thing. Ilara didn't know any of this. She was raised by a woman named Morwen, who she believed was her mother. Morwen was a sharp, practical woman who saw no use for dreams or magic. She ran a small, dusty apothecary on the edge of the forest, and Ilara's days were filled with grinding herbs, bottling potions, and sweeping floors. Morwen was strict and distant, her praise as rare as a silent raven. Ilara's beautiful shimmering wings were kept tightly bound under a coarse woolen cloak. They're a deformity, a weakness, Morwen would say, her voice like scraping stone. The world is a cruel place, Ilara. Forget your foolish fantasies. Practicality is your only shield. 45 to 130s. Ilara tried her best, she really did. She tried to be the daughter Morwen wanted. She learned the names of every herb, the properties of every root. She became efficient, quiet, and kept her head down. But at night, when the world was asleep, she would sneak out. She'd unbind her wings, letting them stretch and shimmer in the moonlight. A deep, aching loneliness would wash over her. She felt like a bird born in a cage who could feel the wind but didn't know how to fly. Sometimes a single tear would fall, and where it landed, a tiny, glowing moon petal would sprout, a flower that only bloomed in sorrow. She was surrounded by magic, she was magic, but she felt completely and utterly powerless. 30s to 15s. 1 year. A terrible blight swept through the kingdom, a creeping sickness that withered the crops and silenced the birds. It even began to affect the magical forest, turning the glowing rivers murky and the whispering trees silent. People from the village came to Morwen's apothecary, desperate for a cure, but even her strongest potions were useless. Despair settled over the land like a thick fog. One evening, Morwen herself fell ill, her breath coming in ragged gasps. Watching the woman who had raised her, however coldly, fade away, Ilara felt a surge of desperate resolve. She couldn't just stand by and do nothing, 2 15s, 2 45s. Remembering the moon petals that grew from her tears, a wild idea sparked in her mind. What if the cure wasn't in the roots and herbs, but within herself? That night, she didn't just sneak out, she ran. She ran deep into the heart of the forest, to a hidden clearing she had always been drawn to. Tearing off the heavy cloak, she unbound her wings for what felt like the first time. She didn't think about Morwen's warnings or her own fears. She thought about the dying forest, the sick villagers, her fading stepmother. She closed her eyes and let all the love, the sorrow, the hope she had bottled up for years pour out. 2 45s, 3As, and then it happened. A brilliant warm light erupted from her, pulsing outwards. Her wings beat not in flight but in time with her heart, scattering shimmering dust that smelled of starlight and rain. The light washed over the forest, and where it touched, the blight receded. The trees began to whisper again, the rivers cleared and glowed, and a wave of pure, healing energy radiated out towards the kingdom. Ilara had finally stopped trying to be someone else. She had embraced the magic that was always hers, and in doing so, she didn't just save everyone else. She finally truly saved herself.